What's going on, guys? It's Jeff for Mad Hatter's Reef, and today we're going to be talking about the top 10 LPS corals for your reef tank. What's going on, guys? My name is Jeff and this is Mad Hatter's Reef, and if you're new to this channel, this is where I talk about everything that is saltwater tank related. So if you love saltwater tanks like I do, gently press that subscribe button in the face. What's going on, guys? We're back and it is Sunday, and today we're going to be doing a video on the top 10 LPS corals for your reef tank. And if you're really new to the hobby, what a LPS coral is, it stands for large polyp stony. Now, this is not a scientific term. This is a hobby generated term to help describe different types of corals within the hobby. And with that being said, when it comes to corals, there's three major groups. You have soft corals, which they have no skeleton whatsoever. You have LPS corals, which is a skeleton-based coral with one large polyp or a few individual large polyps. And then you have SPS corals, which is a skeleton-based coral with small polyps. And those three groups really round out the types of corals that we keep in our reef tanks currently. And today we're going to jump into my top 10 LPS corals. And as always, we're going to be giving a $25 gift certificate to one lucky subscriber of Mad Hatter's Reef at some point in this video. And we're also going to be giving away 3 bags of the Tropic Eden sand that I did a review for on Premium Aquatics YouTube channel, so stay tuned for all of that. So that's enough of this intro. Let's jump into today's video, top 10 LPS corals.
Alright, guys, so we're going to kick things off with number 10 on our top 10 LPS corals with the war coral. This is a coral that is easy to take care of and requires moderate lighting and medium flow. Typically, you're going to place this coral in the mid to lower section of the reef tank. And when you're placing this coral in your tank, you want to make sure that you're giving it plenty of space around it, because at night, this coral does have sweeper tentacles that come out and can sting neighboring corals. So you want to make sure that you put plenty of space between this coral and others. Coming in at number 9 on our top 10 LPS coral list is the Galactica coral. This coral is also known as the tooth coral due to the appearance of its skeleton. This is a moderate care level coral which requires high lighting and medium flow. As far as tank placement goes, it can be placed anywhere in the tank. Typically, the ones that I've kept towards the middle and bottom of the tank due to the fact that this is another coral that has sweeper tentacles that come out at night and can sting neighboring corals. All that aside, it's still a very beautiful coral. Looks very similar to a torch with much shorter polyp extension. Coming in at number 8 on our top 10 LPS coral list is the Blastomussa. The Blasto is a moderate care level coral requiring moderate to low lighting, probably more so on the low lighting scale of things, and it requires low flow and is best suited on the bottom of the tank. Typically with my Blastos, you'll find them in the nooks and crannies of the rock work, very similar places that you'll often see sun corals placed in a reef tank. This is a non-aggressive coral, so it's very easy to place a number of different corals around it. You don't have to worry about it competing for space or having any type of sweeper tentacle, so it's a great community reef coral. Coming in at number 7 on our top 10 LPS corals is the Echinata coral. Now, this is a variant of acan and is very easy to keep. It requires moderate lighting and low flow. And as far as tank placement goes with this coral, you are typically putting it in the middle to bottom section of the reef tank. It is a very hardy and fast growing coral and can tolerate a wide variety of water conditions. Like most LPS corals, this guy will react to feeding, which makes it a very interesting and beautiful addition to any reef tank. Coming in at number 6 on our top 10 LPS coral list is the Sophastria coral, which is also known as the meteor coral. This coral has a moderate care level and requires moderate to low lighting as well as medium to strong flow. Typically, this coral prefers to be placed at the bottom to middle section of a reef tank, and when we're talking about lighting this coral, it is very important to not put too much lighting on this coral because it actually can have an adverse effect on it, turning it brown. When given the right conditions, this coral can grow extremely fast and take out its neighboring corals, so it's important to make sure you leave plenty of space between this coral and others. Coming in at number 5 on our top 10 LPS coral list is the hammer coral. This is one of my favorite LPS corals, and it has a moderate care level and requires moderate lighting and medium flow. When you're talking about tank placement, this coral typically prefers the bottom to middle section of a tank and has sweeper tentacles, so you need to be aware of that when you are placing this coral in your reef tank. This coral comes in a number of different growth patterns as well as colorations, from the green that you see here all the way to an orange coloration, which is absolutely beautiful. Coming in at number 4 on our top 10 list is the Favia coral. The Favia coral is an easy to keep coral and requires moderate lighting and medium flow. Typically when you place this coral in your tank, you're looking for the bottom to middle section of your reef tank. These corals are considered aggressive and can sting neighboring corals, so it's definitely important to make sure they have plenty of space around them. This guy in the picture is a Worldwide Corals Darth Maul, which is a absolutely gorgeous Favia. Coming in at number 3 on our top 10 LPS coral list is the Acan Lord. This is considered a easy to keep coral that requires moderate lighting and low to medium flow, and most often you're going to take this coral and place it in the bottom of your reef tank. Even though this coral is tolerant of a wide range of aquarium conditions, they tend to thrive even better in established reef aquariums with stable conditions. There's a ton of different variants of this coral, and when you have a large colony, especially let's say of the variant that we have in front of us, it is absolutely jaw-dropping. Coming in at number 2 on our top 10 LPS coral list is the Leptocerus coral. This is one of my favorites, and it has a moderate care level and requires moderate lighting. Typically you want to put this coral in a strong flow area, and you can place this coral at all different levels throughout a reef tank. This coral, under the right conditions, can grow extremely fast, so when you're placing this guy in your tank, you want to make sure you're not placing it too close to other corals because they can kind of overgrow and harm their neighbors around them. Coming in at number 1 on our top 10 list is the Chalice coral. This is one of the very first corals that I fell in love with in the reef tank hobby, and they have a moderate care level and require low to moderate lighting and medium flow. That makes it a great candidate for the bottom and middle section of a reef tank. They are known to be slow growers and can exhibit both encrusting and plating behaviors, but it really comes down to where you're placing them in your reef tank. There are many different variants of this coral, and they are all absolutely beautiful.
Alright guys, so that was my top 10 LPS corals. I hope you found that list a little insightful and helpful, because that's what we do here at Mad Hatter's Reef. And if you are still here, there's a good chance that you are part of Salt Nation, so make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go. Alright, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to jump into the YouTube comment picker selector type thing, and we're going to pick 3 winners, and each of you are going to be able to pick a bag of sand of the Tropic Eden of your choice via Premium Aquatics, and we are going to do that now.
All right, here we are. We're picking our first winner, and Diana A., you have won yourself a bag of Tropic Eden of your choice. Mark B., you have also won a bag of Tropic Eden. And then Adam M., you also have won yourself a bag of Tropic Eden substrate.
Alright guys, so for the comment contest where we give a $25 gift certificate away each and every week, and this week's winner is Justin K. Justin wrote, been in the hobby for a little over a year. Other than finding a few videos on reef forums on breeding cardinal fish and clowns, it's been difficult to find any good information on breeding other species. I'm going to be picking up the complete illustrated breeder's guide to marine aquarium fishes. Thanks for the video. Justin, you just won yourself a $25 gift certificate to Premium Aquatics. Thank you for being a subscriber of Mad Hatter's Reef, hitting the like button on last week's video, and leaving a comment. Alright guys, so for the question of the week, what type of products do you want to see me do a review here on Mad Hatter's Reef. Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Maybe you can win yourself a $25 gift certificate next week. Hit the bell so you can stay notified each and every time that I upload a new video. That's going to do it for today. I'll see you guys next time right here with a brand new video.